Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media, and I'm here still waiting for my brothers so that we can have a conversation of today. Uh, I believe all of you are doing fine. Let me go to the um, comment section, not even comment section really, but let me go and see what is trending today in the politics. Wacha leo nione yale ambayo yamechukua kipaumbele katika siasa zetu za Kenya za kawaida ambao zipo. Lakini kabla sijaenda, leo nilikuwa na rafiki yangu fulani, tulikuwa tunazungumzia sana mambo ya mpira. Unajua mimi si mfuatiliaji mkubwa sana wa mpira, sana sana ligi ya Uingereza. Judith, habari gani? Lakini mazungumzo yetu yalikuwa katika timu ambapo najua Judith anashabikia sana timu ya Arsenali. Tulikuwa tu tunapiga story, akajaribu kunielimisha tu kidogo historia fupi ya Arsenal. Akanieleza siku wakati ambapo thank you so much Gypsy Corner for I hope you're doing fine. Akajaribu kunieleza historia fupi ya Arsenal. Akanikumbusha wakati watu kama Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires, Wiltord, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, wakati ambapo hao walikuwa wakacheza Premier League unbeaten, yani Arsenal ilikuwa timu kubwa, lakini leo hii ni watu wa next season. Akanihakikishia kwamba Arsenal bado itakuwa inabaki next season kwa sababu Arsenal wamebaki na watacheza na Man City na Man City wako na game in hand, na ile kichapo wanapata na kauli yao ya next season hawaoni kama hawatoboi. Sasa Judith, wewe kwa sababu wewe ni shabiki mkubwa wa Arsenal, another 24 years wait ya Arsenal kuona trophy. Sasa inafaa mweke shock absorbers so that siku ile mtachapo na mkose kikombe ya Premier League, msistress isikakuwe, usichukue kamba kuona shock absorbers. Lakini rafiki yangu hakukuwa na huruma kwenyu nyinyi watu wa Arsenal. Na naamini ingawaje hakuniambia ana support timu gani, lakini kwa venye alikuwa naongea ule ni mtu wa Manchester United, kwa sababu najua hasira ambao ama ile hasira ile furaha wanakuaga nayo Arsenali wakichapwa ama Arsenali wakipoteza. Migoda, habari gani?
Niko salama kakangu. Labda za kwako pahali huko?
Mi niko vizuri. Nadhani umeingia wakati ambayo nilikuwa nazungumzia Arsenali. Wewe ni mtu wa Manchester United na jamaa ambayo nilikuwa nazungumza naye, ingawaje hakuniambia yeye ni mtu wa timu gani, lakini kwa maongezi yake venye alikuwa anazungumza, kwa kweli ilikuwa inaashiria kwamba huyu ni mtu wa Manchester United. Labda unaweza kubaliana na yeye kwa yale aliyosema kwamba Arsenali hawatachukua ligi.
Brother Benson, niko na shida na wacha niseme. Ingawa mimi ni shabiki wa Manchester United vile umesema, unapata ya kwamba wale marafiki zangu wale wa ndani kabisa, my inner circle, wote ni mashabiki wa Arsenal. Na isitoshe wale marafiki zangu ambao wamenitegemea ni wale washabiki wa Arsenal. Wale marafiki zangu ambaye tunasema ya kwamba wale my close friends, the inner circle, I can say the confidence.
Yeah.
Wale ma confidence wangu wote ni shabiki wa Arsenal. Sasa nakuwa na tabu popote Arsenal wamepigwa, anakuwa na shida. unapata sina furaha mimi juu sipati rahisi, sina ile urahisi ya kujadiliana na hao wakati wamepigwa juu they are the people who are close to me. I do most of things with them in terms of confident transaction. So these people are close to me to an extent that I can't do without them. And they're all of them. I don't know coincidentally that everyone who is attached to me is a fan of Arsenal. So I
Siwaambie
have
ukweli.
decided. I've
Say the truth
decided.
and the truth shall set you free. Usiwaambie watu wa
I've,
Arsenal kwamba mchukui ligi na mambo iishe.
anytime, by the time they were being beaten by Bournemouth, I was the friend of mine in a closed door by the name John. A friend who is a fanatic supporter of Arsenal. Actually, he came from UK. You understand, from London actually, where the Emirates Stadium is. So when we were with him, and I told him that, bro, you have lost against Bournemouth. He was like, so what? We were friends. We were drinking water. So let me just say this. Let me just say this. I don't want to discuss much about this issue, but let me just say, as for me, I'm a proud Manchester fan, and we lost against Leeds, and let the best team win. That's all.
Are you consoling yourself because you just lost against Leeds the other night, the other night? So you don't want. Even you people are weak. Eh? Sasa
Of course, we
nyinyi
are weak. Me have admitted. We are weak. Me have admitted. I don't want to discuss Arsenal issue. That's what I don't want to discuss. But as for Man U, we are weak. That's
okay.
okay.
All right. Asante sana, Miguda, for that. Let me take also this opportunity to say hi to Paulo. Asante sana for joining us. Miguda, there is this issue that maybe I want you to share with us from where you sit, especially right now. The nurses at Kenyatta National Hospital, they are on strike. This is due to unpaid dues, and they are citing so many issues. And Sonko today was there to join them. And a few days ago, not even days, I would say weeks or months ago, President William Ruto especially um, um, had to say an issue concerning what was happening in Nairobi Hospital. And in his public, he said that he will not allow, and now we have public hospital that is not doing good in terms of nurses themselves, because these are the caregivers, especially the nurses. These are the engine that runs the hospital. If they go on strike, which means the majority of Kenyans are not receiving the services that they're supposed to get or getting those services. And we see Kindiki the other day, we saw that only by choppers is using almost like 8 million by choppers. The other day, Wakorino were in the State House, almost 50 million. President promised about this. And we have this critical issue, especially when it comes to health. From where you sit, do you think there is somebody or any leader that will come in power to solve the issue of health in Kenya and get it right?
Oh, there can be. Because if you can get rid of the corruption in the health sector, and we can focus on service delivery other than politics, we can resolve the issue of health.
Yeah.
But there's a problem
Where is the
because
problem?
Kenyatta National Hospital right now, the nurses are on strike because their dues have not been settled. Reason being, the government ought to have cleared with them that they can provide service delivery on time to the public. But as per now, right now, you understand that it's not happening. So, in my view, there's a problem, corruption. But if we can get rid of the corruption,
Yeah.
and also we can get rid of politicizing issues, we get a functional health system.
Mhm.
We'll just have no strike, not only nurses, even doctors, all health practitioners cannot do. So I think a time will come. Me, I still believe that Kenya will transform one day. Not that we are going to stuck where we are until the kingdom of God comes. A times
Yeah.
must come whereby we must transform these institutions. So I believe that one day, one time, even 2027, we can
Mm,
transform the system.
mm. Okay, thank you. And talking of the same, we are going all the way to Mbeere North. We are still on the health. Two killed in Mbeere North protest. Two shots dead as police clash with the locals demonstrating over poor state of Ishara Level 4 hospital in Mbeere North. Embu County angry resident dumped their bodies at Ishara police station. It's still about health again. And I am still convinced beyond reasonable doubt, Miguda, that when you look at how especially the health system in Kenya is wired or um, is being operated, it will be very difficult, especially for any leader, even if the administration of President William Ruto leaves the office. One, the reason why I'm saying so is that majority of politicians or majority of the people who are interested in their health, they are on a profit-making mission, but not on our service delivery. I listened to Matthew the other day. I don't know how true that is, and we need to find out whether that one is true. I listened to Matthew the other day when he was at JK at Citizen, talking about the scanner machine that has been the government has partnered with the individual. This is what Matthew. This is not. This is what Matthew said when he was. I quote him when he was there. It was saying that this scanner machine, they charge you almost 6,000 and some hundreds. The 6,000 goes to the partner. Then you remain with the smaller balance is remaining with the hospital facility. And it begs the question, in a normal circumstances, how can we, especially like assuming that we are hiring facilities in the government hospital, then the 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 money is not going back to the government, but the money is going to a private entity. I don't know how true it is. That is according to Meth. And that one also still raises questions, especially when you look at health sector, whereby the entrepreneurial, like it is a, a business sector where majority of people are doing business with the life of Kenyans, if to say, you know, and come again to share um, the service provider, universal health coverage. For some good reason, I've experienced people have registered for SHA, many of them, and it has challenges, Mr. Migoda. And there was somebody who was very close to me, and the person was supposed to go for operation. And the hospital where we went, or the hospital where he was taken, what happened was that, did you know the hospital had to put in invoice before the operation so that the SHA could approve, because the fear was if we do it and they don't approve, we will go at a loss. Do you know it is happening? Hello,
I've
me
not
good.
heard you. Yeah.
I was um I was telling you this. I had somebody who was very close to me and they were going for an operation. And before them going for an operation, the hospital had to put in for SHA approval before the real operation. Because the fear is if we do the operation and the SHA decline, so which means we will run at a loss. So SHA working does not only mean that you've registered 1 million people. Does it really serve the purpose? So that's why I'm saying that when will we get it right, especially when it comes to health sector? Now the nurses, the SHA might be working. Now the nurses are on strike. How are you going to solve that? Some of them have not been confirmed. Those are some of the issues they're raising. So the health sector in Kenya is quite much complex, and I still don't see who will come and understand how health sector work and solve the issues that the Kenyan people are going. The Kenyans are going through a lot, especially when it comes to health. You know, accessing affordable health care, accessibility is not registrability. It is accessing. Can you access it without any glitch and challenges that sometimes they face? So that's that's the main reason why I was asking you: will we, at some point as a country, uh, get it right? We take off the
We
politics
cannot.
out of it.
We can get it right, bro. We can get it right unless we have the rightful people. Because the case study you are explaining to me
Mm-hmm.
is just one example.
Mm-hmm.
We have very many issues. Like if I can tell you that you, Bro Benson, can get into the system and get out without you being sick, and there can be discharge summary, there can be invoice, and there can be the what we call P number,
Mm-hmm.
something like P and other letter number from the SHA, and
Mm-hmm.
you are not a registered SHA member. You know that one. There's someone who is not registered in the SHA can get in the system, get
Mm-hmm.
out, invoice, discharge summary, and with the all and even the SHA number is
Mm-hmm.
going to be given, and the ID number tally with the SHA number. So you understand with the registration of the SHA number. So you
Mm-hmm.
understand that that's just one example. This is I'm giving you. Then there's another example whereby I can be using someone else's SHA if I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
I can access someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and I've not been paying my SHA. The person has been paying the SHA. So you understand
Yeah.
this system. It is not though there's a lot of malpractice in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of issues. That's why I can say right now we can't get it right. We can't clear the hair that SHA is working effectively for the people. Or once you are sick, you are going to be treated as per the requirement when you go to the store. So you understand there are so many things in this. That system. Even the other day, Ruto said that there was someone who can go there like a someone like a one patient they could cut his leg like 14 times.
Yeah.
That was just a small case study.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen incidents whereby you can get into the system and you get the discharge summary and the invoice, but you are not a registered SHA. You have not registered your SHA. You are not a patient. So how do you understand the corruption in it? How the health system is a mess. That's why we end up losing those billions of money. At the same time, there is no one having interest to cater for the nurses. At the same time, there's no one
Mm-hmm.
having interest to cater for the patient and even the facilities. So health system, I can tell you that it's a mess. If
Yeah.
you can find a time to visit these so-called level 4, level 5, these county referrals,
Mm-hmm.
my friend, I tell you, you can get into the system, get out, and you are not sick.
Mm-hmm. That is true, and also we also have to go back to the Kenyan citizen, because I say that the 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 problems, we are the problems of our own makings, especially as Kenyans. There are also those who have just decided that we want to take advantage of the vulnerability of the situation or the challenges that especially this system is having, and they can scoop a lot of money out of it. Look at those who sometimes remember before, the hospitals that were not even existing, but if you look at the payment that has been done, you know robbing without violence, especially, and these are the Kenyan people. not even the leaders, the Kenyan, some of them are Kenyan people. Then the cartelism and business. You know, the mentality that we have, Mr. Miguda, it's how are we going to make money out of it? Stealing from your own government, not government officials, not all the leaders, including the wananchi. Anything that is being done in Kenya, hakuna mtu mwenye anaweza sema kwamba nimejitolea, nataka kusaidia nchi yangu. Ni ile kuiba. Unajitolea, unaweka mbili, kama ni 5 naweka 2, 3 inaniendea mimi. Yani watu wanatajirika tu kwa sababu ya vitu ambazo zinafaa zisaidie mwananchi wa kawaida, au wanajifaidisha nazo. Angalia hata wanasiasa. Ukiwaangalia vizuri utapata kwamba wengi wao ndio wanakuwa watu ambao wana supply hizi matenders, you know, ukiangalia vizuri. Na pia ukiwaangalia wanasiasa hao ndio wanafaa waende kule bungeni, sana sana viongozi, walete mjadala ama walete zile, they bring laws that govern, but they do not want to ask those tough questions. They are yes people, you know. So yani saa zingine inauma sana ukiona jinsi ilivyo leo. Kuna picha ingine ilikuwa ina trend, sijui kama uliona, ya watu walikuwa wanauliza wapi Mbae. Kwa uzuri, kuna wale matiktokers walienda wakatafuta pale Mbae iko, lakini if you dig deep ukaona kwembi, yani sometimes is so painful that even one of the brothers for that young boy has been akona ugonjwa wa saratani na bili yake kamili imefika 2 million. Unaona, and you look at the deplorable condition, yani the condition itself, you know, the setup, and this is coming from, I think is in Meru. Judith, uko ni kwenyu? Yeah, uko ni kwenyu? Hebu tuambie. I think is in Meru, uko kwenyu, na mko na viongozi huko. Unaona, first of all unaangalia the condition, hata the uniform ya mtoi, the living conditions and all that, lakini tutaambiwa kazi inaendelea. Miguda, I don't know whether you've met that, you've come across that video. Mbae, it's something that trended, you know.
I've just seen it on a certain friend of mine WhatsApp status.
Yeah,
I haven't followed.
Yeah, I've been following it because I was interested. It is in Meru. Thank you so much. I was interested because, like, I saw Mbae, then the video of that young boy. Then now they went even to his place. And when they went there, and I always tell you, Kenyans are good people. Hakuna watu wazuri. Watu ambao wanaharibu wa Kenya ni maviongozi. Hao watu walichanga hapo pesa within a short period of time, and almost over 20 within a short period of time. Yeah, so Kenyans are, you know, normal Kenyans, Kenya ordinary, we call them the ordinary Kenyans. Watu ambao wanatugonganisha ni maviongozi. Hao ni wanatugonganisha kwa sababu hawawezi saidia kitu ambacho watasaidia, na viongozi wako na Miguda, sijui kama siku moja utakaa kuwa umechaguliwa utakuwa pia na kauli kama hizo, kwamba you the monolithic, I mean, like the monolithic kind of like thought that you are always right. Hata ukituambia 2 + 2 is 5, we have to agree. If we don't agree, you will send us goons.
you know why leaders are like that, monolithic? It's because most of their followers are goons. So if goons are your followers, so you think that everybody is a goon. You want to control everybody the way you're controlling goons. You know, goons, they take instruction from the leader. Right, left. So if they meet you someone
mm,
maybe who is not a goon, they think
mm,
you are also reasoning the same. So they just direct you the way they direct their goons. I think that's the
mm,
reason why most of leaders think that they are right because they are used to. Because during campaigns, most of the time you spend with goons. You drive at night with goons. You do your campaigns at night with goons. You meet people with goons. So you think that the way you are instructing goons, that's how you could. You need to instruct every Kenyan. So I think that's what the problem is. Most of the time they are spending with goons.
All right. Thank you so
Well,
much,
the
Miguel.
environment, the environment affects them so much.
Okay. Vihiga Senator Ototsi record statement after Kisumu assault. On April 18, CCTV at Java House in Kisumu captured men confronting and assaulting Ototsi, who needed hospital care in Nairobi, and called it a planned assassination attempt tied to political tension. Three suspects, Carlos Owiti, Eric Otieno, and Vincent Odhiambo, were arrested and held for 7 days as investigation continue, while Orengo demands the arrest of alleged ringleader Willis Akoth allies. Like Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna praised local for helping identify suspects and warn of eroding law and order. As Interior PS Omolo denies involvement and calls for evidence-based probe amid cross-party condemnation. That is what is there. Now, we are seeing a surge, especially in the rise of goonism, especially culture in the country, because we would not say that the country has never experienced that. It is something that has been there since time immemorial. But now the rise of it, especially in the political culture, whereby the territories have been marked, and to agree or to disagree, these goons are creation of the politicians. They're the people who have created them, because these people, they are being procured, because they're the people who are offering the money to them so that they can get protection, or they can harm the people that you don't agree with. They are their own creation. And once they become your own creation, when now they will be attacking you, if somebody offers them good money, then they should not complain. Or Miguda, what do you say?
Bro Benson, first, I want to begin by stating that this politics of goons is not a good politics.
Yeah,
We should stop because if everybody brings his goons, because you
yeah.
can't say that you are the only person who has the monopoly of goons. Even me, if I'm a fresh politician, I have my goons because
Mm,
there are people who will pay loyalty to me. So those
mm,
people will automatically transform to be my goons. So it's just your goons. We should stop it because it's not a good politics in my view. It is never good politics because
mm,
people are going to die, people are going to be injured here going forward, and let us just base our politics on issue-based politics. Let us have what we call siyasa, something that we compete on issues,
mhm,
and we also compete on the agenda manifesto. You
mhm,
persuade the audience, you persuade
yeah,
the people, you
mm,
convince them on what you will do for them or what you can do for them. Let
mm,
us not engage into physical fights to
mhm,
settle our political ideological differences. Let us just you come with your like I've told you. If I
mhm,
have my meeting with
mhm,
my people, I
mhm,
have finished conversation. I get out. You find your time and date with the same people. Tell
mhm.
them that I was lying. Tell them something better than what I was saying,
Yeah,
or persuade them more than what I was trying to persuade them. Then the people will decide. But this issue of having goons all over the country, this is not how we can play our politics because
yeah,
you have heard the history of Haiti. It all started with the gangs that like now in Kisumu right now we have the in those Manyata and Kondele, there are different kind of gangs. There are those people who are calling themselves. There are those people who are calling themselves Baghdad. I think the Baghdad is still in existence. There are those who are calling themselves. They have their names. and there are different groups. But remember, there's no interrogation being taken by a police officer to find out who is breeding these goons in Kisumu, Kondele, and Manyata. Because as time goes by, these people will turn to be gang. If they will be harmed by politicians, they will do terrible things. And that's why I was telling the issue of Nairobi business community previously. Some of them were harmed and they caused mayhem to the public. So in my view, I still insist, if you know very well that you want to compete in terms of politics,
Yeah.
just sit down with your group, the think tanks. They draft for you your manifesto, they draft for you your agenda, they draft for you your issues. So whenever you are in public, you even had a 3 or 4, then we can convince each other. Like you can say, SHA is working, and we, the government, we are going to pay for the people who can't pay. Then me, as a critic, I'll come and say, okay, SHA is working, but the people can't pay. You don't pay for them. They are paying for themselves. So you are lying to the public. And we compete on the issue-based policy. So in that, so the public will view, okay, between Miguda and the government, we're saying the truth. So and also I give the alternative that if you elect me, I'll bring a universal health coverage, like unlike SHA, which is going to cater for everybody universally. And this one, now, the people can pay, we are going to cater for them, or we can say we can pay for everybody. So that's how our policy should be. But that's where we should. This issue of goonism, I can promise you, bro, if you go with this issue of goonism forward, we are going to cause a lot of injuries and a lot of deaths to Kenyans.
All right. Thank you so much, Miguda, for that. And before I invite in my good friend Musimamo, the other day I was following up, or I was just listening to the interview that the majority leader had two. I think he had two, and this one has just come immediately after what happened to Rigathi Gachagua. And when you look at the body language and how he is having that interview, saying that something is off, if you're somebody who has studied. But there's something that he said that really, really caught my attention, that he was able to see some people from Kayole, some people from Nyandarua, and he said that we politicians, we know each other, and it's something of the sort like that, if I might not get him correctly. And you wonder, and that one confirms you that all these politicians, they're the people who are breeding these goods. Because if you can identify that this one belonged to so and so, this one belonged to so and so, which means they also know that they know some of your goods. Msimama habari gani? Msimama habari gani?
Salama ndugu. Sijui naye hapo, sijui ya kwanza naona upokee simu.
Hello Msimamo.
Nakupata kaka. Unaona labda pengine una kitu kuna simu hapo na kusumbua. Sinaona nikupe nafasi kwanza ushughulike.
Wale Hello kaka, nimemaliza, ilikuwa ni ya dharura, lakini sasa hebu sasa tuendelee. Hebu tuambie habari gani?
Kakangu salama, namshukuru Mungu, naenda recover, namshukuru Jalali sana. Naona leo nimeshinda kumeza vizuri. Hata nikajaribu kuingia shamba kidogo na jioni, angalau nipime angalau kama nitaweza. Najua ni wakati wa palizi sasa hivi huku kwetu. Sasa tunapalia angalau, unajua mtaji wa maskini siku zote ni nguvu zake mwenyewe. So hilo ni la jadi, na tunajitia moyo kwamba mchumia juani, basi mwisho wa siku ahula kivulini. So kwa hayo yananipa nguvu, ndio maana nikaona nilivyoumwa roho ilikuwa inaniuma, maana nikitazama shambani nako naharibikiwa. So labda kuchelewa hapa kuingia hapa basi ni kwa ajili hiyo, lakini nimefika, namshukuru Mungu na niwasalimie ndugu zangu ule upande wa comment section, kukiwa kunaongozwa na Gudia, dada tu Judith na wale wengine ambao pia ni wambavuni, wapokee zangu. Labda nirudi upande wako kaka, kwako hali vipi na wewe?
Akwema. Okay, endelea.
Maana nimeingia kuchelewa tayari, mambo mlikuwa mshakwenda nayo, labda pengine kuna lipi ambalo haswa naweza nikaanza nalo, labda pengine ambalo pengine mmelijadili na mimi pia nipate kuona kama nachangizi.
Asante sana kwa hayo. Tulikuwa tumeanza tukajadili mambo ya afya. Kwa kweli mimi maoni yangu ni kwamba bado sijaona ama bado sijawaza kwamba kutakuwa na kiongozi ama awamu ya serikali ambao watatatua jambo hili la afya, kwa sababu leo hii kuanzia jana manesi pale Kenyatta National Hospital wako katika mgomo kwa sababu wajapatiwa pesa zao, ama pia mambo ya working condition and all that. And juzi tukaona rais alikuwa amepeta sana kuangalia Nairobi Hospital, akasema kwamba haezi wacha Nairobi Hospital iharibike. Na sasa tunaona Kenyatta National Hospital au wameenda strike, inamaanisha kwamba wagonjwa saizi hawapati huduma bora. Labda wewe una imani kwamba kuna siku nchi yetu kama Kenya tutakuwa tutapata na kusuluhisha matatizo ambayo lipo katika afya kwa ujumla?
Asante kaka yangu kwa swali hilo. Mimi naamini kwamba matumaini kwa sisi wananchi ama wa Kenya lazima tuyaweke mbele, kwa maana mwisho wa siku wanao haswa sababisha haya maneno haswa yafikia hapa ni sisi wenyewe wananchi. Hatufuati kile ambacho haswa kimeandikwa ndani ya katiba yetu kwamba nguvu ipo kwetu, kwa sababu tumejigawa kimafungu. Yani tunakuta ushabiki, ujamaa, ngome huo ukitawala, basi huo madau, yani vyenye ambavyo umetawala basi umetugawa haswa kimafungu. Jambo hili mimi na imani kwamba la Kenyatta lizungumzwa kama diaka, lakini mimi najua kwamba lisemwalo lipo na kama halipo njiani laja. Lakini vile vile pia nimshauri kiongozi wetu wa nchi haswa kwamba nafasi hii ni yake kuweza kuyafanya yenye tija, kwa maana ni ngumu sana kukiziba kikohozi. Yani inamaanisha kwamba mwisho wa siku utakohoa tu. So tulisikiza pande wote, hawa walizungumzia kuhusiana na Kenyatta na wale walikuwa wanazungumza kwamba Kenyatta kuna mambo hayaendi sawa, hawa wakaribato, lakini mwisho wa siku ndio hicho kikohozi ambacho kimejitokeza kwamba wameenda katika mgomo, kumaanisha kwamba mambo si hali. Kwa hiyo yote haya yanaletwa na nini kaka yangu Bernard? Ni sisi wenyewe wananchi kuanza kutojitambua kwamba sisi hatuna kabila. Kabila letu ni utaifa. Kabila letu ni taifa. Kabila letu ni nchi. Yani pindi tutajitambua katika hilo, then tutengeze hii daraja baina ya viongozi na sisi. Lakini tukiongozwa haswa na katiba na sheria ya nchi, basi tutakuwa tuko safe. Lakini sasa inakuwa ngumu kwa sababu ule awali ama uzamani ndio ambao umetutawala kaka yangu Bernard. Hapa kwamba tangia na since uhuru sisi tuna jamii hii tuko wengi namna hii. Kwa hivyo baada ya purukushani kama hizi tukiingia uchaguzi, sasa viongozi wa jamii yetu, kwa sababu tumefaidi, tumechangia pakubwa kuleta mamlaka ni uongozi, tunajipata katika hii hali sasa. Ngome hauondoki, ukabila hauondoki, na hili ndio shida. na tunawapa nafasi sasa mwanya hawa viongozi ambao hawana tija kufanya yasiyofaa. Mfano, tulishuhudia haswa juzi kule Kisii, haswa umeona kwa media, ni vitu ambavyo tunaviona on daily basis kwamba wananchi wanapigwa mafungu. Sasa imefikia wakati wananchi wanapigwa mafungu, yani kuweza kutaka kuattend meeting, maybe unapigwa fungu pale, unapigwa cha mshiko. Tunaona hadharani mshiko kabisa, mwananchi anapokea live. And then viongozi wetu, kuna wengine wanaambia chukua, maana ni haki yako. Hakuna haki kama hii, kwa sababu tunaipalilia wenyewe. Kwa sababu mwisho wa siku uongo, utachukua 1000 utakwenda utajaza huo mkutano, mfano utaimba 1 term ama utaimba 2 term, lakini mwisho wa siku umefika katika hilo tukio, haswa kwa kutokana na hiyo nguvu. Swali langu najiuliza, pindi ni lini tutaachana katika hili? Wananchi tutatambua kwamba yoyote yule ambaye haswa anakuja katika mfumo huu ndiye ambaye anatuelekeza kusiko. Mwisho wa siku sauti ile ambayo haswa tunafaa tuwe nayo kuweza kuleta viongozi wenye tija katika taifa inakuwa ngumu mno, kwa sababu tumewapa mbavu na tunakubali haswa kupokea ambacho hakina tija kwetu. Kwa hiyo hili haswa nalizungumza kwa upande huu wa viongozi wetu wa upinzani, wanalivaliaje njuga hili? Kwa sababu tumeshuhudia haswa wakipigwa noti haswa wakipangwa boda everybody, yani purukushani ile tena peupe mchana peupe, haswa ile inagaiwa kama njugu. Unaona, lakini yote ile namlenga mwananchi. Kwa hivyo kama ulikuwa unaenda pale kwa RAL, kwa sababu nasema awacha niende kwa sababu nimechia cha mfukoni, sawa, roho yangu itafika wakati huo, lakini mwisho wa siku najiuliza, je, kipindi kifika mfano hii nguvu hii ifika wakati wa uchaguzi mkuu, kaka yangu Ben, alafu wewe mwananchi upigwe 15,000 ambao bwana we endo kaeke mahali fulani, na baada ya kutoka hapo kujia hapa 5,000. Unajua hapa uongo, nikienda nikipiga hiyo kura nimeondoka na 20,000 na for the first time. So unakuta kwamba umaskini, kutokuwa na umoja kunachangia vitu vikubwa, yani tunajipata katika hii hali. So tunawapalilia tena hawa viongozi ambao hawana tija katika mamlaka. So mwisho wa siku tunakuwa na hiyo heshima sasa ya panya, mzigo unatulemea, lakini sasa kwa sababu ni wababa mkwe kuutua ni ngumu. Sasa shingo inaingia ndani, na mwisho wa siku wananchi tunajipata kwamba shingo imedugumia, mzigo tuko nao vile vile, kwa sababu tunaogopa kutua, maana ni wababa mkwe. Mimi nitaachia hapo, asante.
Asante sana. Kwa kweli umezungumzia mambo mazuri sana. Inakuja sasa sisi kama wapiga kura, unajua katiba yetu inaruhusu mtu kujiungana ama kuunga mkono mtu yeyote ambaye anampenda kisiasa, ana vyama, ama kama Mkenya uko na ruhusa ya kuungana na upinzani na vile vile kuungana na serikali ambayo iliko mamlakani kisiasa. Lakini kuna baadhi ya vitu ambazo labda zinatuguza katika maisha, ambapo haitambui labda kama wewe ni mtu wa 2 term ama wewe ni 1 term ama wewe ni no term ama wewe ni upinzani ama wewe sio upinzani. Kuna vitu ambazo zinaguza maisha yetu. Tuseme kwamba mambo ambayo kulingana na tuseme kwamba afya, ambapo tumezungumzia kwa pana sana. Unajua kama tuko na wale ambao wamepatiwa jukumu na serikali ama wamepatiwa jukumu na wananchi kuangalia kuwa lazima afya iboreshwe ya Wakenya, na hata wale ambao wameandikwa lazima wafanye kazi ambayo labda inaweza saidia Lakini kama hao wenyewe ndio saa zingine unapata kwamba wanakuwa ni chanzo kikuu cha kukosa huduma. Sasa unajua wakati umeenda hospitalini, hakuna siku yenye utaweza sema ugonjwa watajua, ama wale ambao daktari wasema kwamba we ni wa UDA ama we ni wa upinzani ama sasa we hautapata. Kama ni kulipa utalipa. If system is not working for a UDA or for Kenya Kwanza or for a 2 term, system is not also going not to work for a 1 term. System doesn't know how to detect that this is a 1 term supporter, this is a 2 term supporter. That is one. Come to the economy. Economy is universal. There is no day, even today, as even we say that Mbadi is in CS. whereby majority of the people are celebrating, is the first time in the history of the Luo for Mbadi to be CS. But being that history, if it is not working, whether you're making a history, because history is not going to make it work. Yeah. So because those are things that are touching on the daily lives of the people. So as you said earlier, the Kenyans themselves, or the voters themselves, during voting, or if not to vote, the constitution has provided so many ways in which you can petition some of non-performance on some of the services that you are not getting. And we should also have a conversation and say that what do we want, especially if we want better services, if you want good roads, if you want all that, what is the way forward? Because
Kaka Ben, mimi sina ukaaji hapa, ni nayumba. Wacha niteme yangu, Mungu akijali. Haya, maana sina ukaaji, naona hapa napewa ishara. La kwanza, katika hii hali wenyewe ndio tunaacha viongozi, tunabaki na wanabiashara. Siasa imekuwa biashara, na hilo ndilo kosa kubwa tena kubwa sana. Kwa sababu kama kingetumika kama chombo haswa cha kuweza kuleta sera kwa wananchi ili watathmini na wachague viongozi ambao wanafunga na maana na kweli, basi tungekuwa tushajikomboa tangia awali, kwa sababu kweli tunaiona. For instance, sasa hivi upinzani wakienda wanaenda na maneno matupu, wanazungumza wananchi wanajitokeza katika, nachukulia mfano kama huo kwa sababu nifuatilia haswa katika mitandao haswa muda mrefu. Sijaona haswa vitimbi ambavyo tumeviona kama hivi ambavyo tunavishuhudia. So by the time sasa mkono wako unajiingiza katika kuchukua mlungula ili uende kuattend rally ama uende kusaliti kura yako, then unategemea nini? Na already mtu ashafanya biashara, kwa sababu uongo si kazi. Mtu akitumia hela yake lazima irudi na faida. So atatumia the whole kwa kampeni. Sababu nataka uniambia ataregesha aje hela yake? So lazima atapandisha ushuru, lazima atamulika aswa kwenye sekta ya afya, ni nini aswa gani hospitali naleta mabilioni. Utakuta mambo kama haya ambayo na mwisho wa siku ikimjaa hela atakuwa na kiburi. So atataka kulipiza wale ambao wanaweza kumpinga, sasa kuonyesha kwamba yeye ni kidume kwa pesa yako wewe mwenyewe ambayo kwa pesa ndogo ambayo umeweza kupewa haswa. Hivyo mimi nitamalizia kwa kusema jamani, hili tonge la mkononi hili tunalolipewa halishibishi ng'o. Kinachoshibisha ni ule wa kwenye mvule. Tonge la mkononi hili haswa wa Kenya limetumaliza for long. Tutajitambua kwamba hili tonge la mkononi linatuelekeza kusiko, basi tutafuta wa mvuleni. Mwisho wa siku hatutakubali, bali tutaanza na kumenyana haswa na kumuuliza maswali, wewe hadi uje utipange na hivi na hii hilo umetoa wapi? Wacha tukusalimie. Kesho wataogopa kwamba wananchi wameamua. But je, linawezekana katika taifa letu? Uache mkate kisa ni mbirimbi. Mimi nitaachia hapo. Asante na
asante sana. Asante sana kwa hayo Miguda.
Yes, kakangu.
Umekuwa ukipotea kuja na unapotea, shida iko kwa mtandao,
lakini na sasa iko na tumaini ya kwamba mambo yako sawa kabisa.
Okay. Tukikuja kwa swala ambayo tulikuwa tunazungumzia sana swala ya political violence that we experience and the rise of goonism. When you look at the police, I think yesterday we touched on it, the police themselves, and whereby you find that the police themselves, you find that some clips, because you can see the police themselves are also pictures of police with the goons. If you look at back when there was protest by the Gen Z, not even by the Gen Z, actually the protest that was always happening, there must be the goons that will come and disrupt and will create those chaos. And some of these are being planned by the leaders. And the same times they're telling us, okay, now we need to talk about goons, and this rise in them is going to be catastrophic for the nation. Yet they are the people who are big financiers of this. Where do you see us in, especially in 2027, with what we've seen?
Robertson, to be sincere, 2027 is going to be chaotic. 2027 is going to be vicious because before 2007 and 2008 post-election violence, there were signs. Signs were there because even when you were boarding a matatu, you could be asked, are you a Luo? Are you a Kikuyu?
Yeah.
But we ended up fighting in 2007. Right now, signs are there. Goons have aligned. You have seen people not bothering. The state officer, more so the police officers, are not bothering about taming the goons. Signs are there. 2027, we're gonna go. It's gonna go down. There are going to be, of course, they will tell you that don't say that, but of course, those were signs, and we just urge Kenyans and more so the people to be very cautious. How they interact, how they move, how they deal with the partners, and also try to understand that this person who's your neighbor is not your enemy. These political leaders, after they have resolved out their issues later, they come, shake hands, and move on. With the normal people, we need to shake hands at the grassroots level. Let us not, even if you are seeing a person being mistreated or being fought by goons in the near future, try to not be part of it, because we need each other in this country. And this politics of division,
Yeah.
these politicians, I want to conquer with the leaders. It's the leaders who are creating this politics of division for their own interests. Once they have divided the country along tribal lines, they are going to thrive in that division because they will cause chaos. People will be vicious. At the same time, they will end up being elected. Some will end up bargaining with the numbers of MPs, governors, and MCs they have in parliament, in county assemblies, in the council of governors. We need to be very cautious as a people that we work in a polling station, we cast our ballot, then we keep off. So if case of anything, we keep off kabisa. Cause I can tell you, bro, in 2007, signs were there. Right now, we have seen signs, and people are not even ready. Like this issue of goons, no one has come clear on how we can end this issue of goons. If they are led to do the activities, they are doing the activities right now.
Yeah.
If they can be led to operate until 27, imagine how, because right now they are recruiting more people. By
But
2027,
yeah,
if we are there,
sorry to cut
okay.
you short, Mr. Miguda. The worst part of it is that the leaders are now distancing themselves, and they are uh, playing the victim that they do not know these people. That these people are operating in a vacuum. Nobody knows where they are, and all that they say. The police now should start cracking the whip on these goons or these gangs. If you listen to majority of these leaders, none of them has admitted that they know these goons. And they're the people who are being protected, by the way, if they go for those rallies. They're the people who sometimes their opponents are being attacked by the same people. Now, if you ask them, they say, but they know who has goons. And they cannot even report to the police so that the police can take action.
So that's why I'm telling you, signs are there. 2027 is not going to be very easy.
Yeah.
So the people that are here, Komnaichi, should keep off from politicians. They should just stay safe because we need them after election. There's need for them. We don't need to lose people because of political differences or because of politics.
Yeah. So this is what your CS or our CS for Interior, that is Kipchumba Murkomen. I will not fear to arrest anybody who incites Kenyans in the name of politics, even if you are Uhuru Kenyatta, Sifuna, Babu Owin, or anybody. I will arrest you. Umeelewa hiyo?
Yeah, those are statements by the CS, the state officer. They are responding. Those are very normal response. The script is the same.
Let's just take politics out of it, and you look at the CS, especially Murkomen. Sometimes if he gets a podium, especially to address issues to do with national security, the rise of goonism, and the way he's tackling those issues, do you see him as somebody who can maybe bring some changes, especially to eradicate the goonism, the way he talks?
I don't think so. It's just a matter of trying to defend the state. Whenever you never know who is the boss to those goons.
Yeah.
So in any circumstance that any attempt to tame state goons, he will be there and he will respond as per the docket. I don't think there is any intention to tame them because
you know, I don't know whether you came across this video, especially was it on Saturday in Kakamega? There was two factions of politicians. That is the women rep for Kakamega and Baraza. You know, they were in another funeral somewhere, and their supporters, should you say their goons? Each of them, they were fighting and carrying those rungus, you know, and the police officers were there, and like they are public, and it was okay. And like sometimes you feel like the police has no otherwise too. Yani maskari wako tu hapo, unapata hata mwingine alikuwa anajaribu kunyang'anya polisi nini hiyo nini yani kuna ile normalization, you know, that we've decided to normalize, you know, normalization of goonism, that it is now normal, you know, Miguda.
Goonism are many compared to number of police officers. So if you if you attempt to deal with one, they will come for you. A good number of them.
Labda unapata hata wakati polisi alikuwa anakuja, yani hakukuwa amepata amulo vizuri, you know,
pengine akuna stress zake, hajapata mshahara.
Ule guna ameenda gym, ukiona hapa bwana.
There's a certain police officer who stopped me by the roadside and asked me for the abstract. Then what I produced was not the abstract. I don't know what was it, but that was the abstract. So he insisted that this is not abstract. I also said this is abstract, and I knew that police officer. So after all those exchange, I sent for him 100 bob via M-Pesa. Then I told him, I know you. You are always stationed at the cooperative bank. From here, next time I won't spare you. So when I went to the cooperative bank, I told him, I told you I know you. You mistreated me. You took my 100 bob. that was so from today, I'll not buying you chai here. So such like things. Police officers are afraid that if they interfere with the members of the public, they can miss many things.
You know, something that Kevin Makobura is missing. Yes, Kevin is we just spoke a few minutes ago. He's on his way from work. I think he's going to have a second show after this, because we are almost, you know, one of the things that we have to agree, and even like our law enforcement, majority of them, especially ukienda kwa makazi yao, ina picha ambayo unapata inamaanisha kwamba hawaishi maisha mazuri. Ni ile tu labda wamependa kazi. Unajua ukienda kwa nchi zingine, unapata mara mingi unapata wale ambao wako katika barabarani, yani saa zingine mimi unawaonea huruma, kwa sababu yani hiyo jua kwanza ikifika jioni pia mko tu naye mnatembea, lakini nakwambia kwa kweli
that officer took my 100 bob and I usually buy him chai. So from that day there will be no chai for him. So he's afraid.
Wewe ulimzoesha?
I used to buy him chai before he stopped me by the roadblock. You get the point. So after I stopped with the roadblock and took my 100 bob illegally, I told him, okay, from now henceforth, I won't buy you chai. Our friendship is over. So nowadays, when I go to Coop Bank, it's like, hey, bro, niaje, poa. Then we end it at that. Hey, so next time, such a person, if you can meet him during Maandamano, what can you do for him?
No, I think like what also we have to understand, like some of our police officers actually wako pabaya. Hali si hali. Unakumbuka wakati nilikwambia kuna ile Kiswahili nakwambia hali si hali?
Yeah.
Hali si hali ni hali si hali mzuri sana. Nikwambia kwa sababu wengi wao ni marafiki zetu, wengi wao ni mandugu zetu, madada zetu, they are our uncles, so we know what they are going through, you know. The only those who are wenye wanasikia vizuri ni wenye wako kule juu, wenye wanakuja kupata, wenye wanakuja kwa TV macho zao zinang'aa bwana. Mwili kana nona. Miguda, what do you have to say there about wengine? Hebu acha kabla tujafunga, naona tumebaki hapa na dakika kama 8 hivi. Niliona hata niliona na pia somebody shared to me about watu ambao wanasema kwamba wale kule bunge Jakaranda ati maguns na ni anaitwa nani? Watu wa Kamau wa Kisumu. Yeah, I think it's Kamau wa Kisumu. Kamau wa Kisumu was saying that magoons, especially let me play that clip. Let me try and play that clip. Let me see if I can get it.
Muluya na Jaluo. Sio kweli. Kama unataka Muluya na Jaluo. Kama unataka maendeleo, Mkikuyu na Mkale. Tumelaaniwa. Si Waluya na Wajaluo. Sasa hivi ukienda gym imejaa. Jina utapata Wamalwa, Omondi. Waluya na Wajaluo ndio wako gym sasa hivi. Hao ndio wanajua vita. Wakale wako kazi kwa kampuni. Hiyo ni kweli. Wakikuyu wako kazi kwa kampuni. Mjaluo naye amebeba chuma hadi hii. Imepasuka sana. Sasa unasikia Wajaluo wanasema ni mbaya, weka mawe ni mbaya. Tuache kutumiwa. Hiyo ndio maana
haya.
Hadi ukitaka gun Jaluo. Ukitaka gun Muluya. Mimi hata sijaiona Mkikuyu anaenda gym ama Mkana anaenda gym. Sasa wakati ya campaign Wajaluo wako busy kwa gym hadi.
Hey, Miguda.
Yeah.
Umesikia hiyo?
Nimesikia hiyo. Kuna kaukweli hapo.
Mko tu gym.
Sisi tuko gym lakini si gym ya kuunga. Sisi tuko ile gym ya kurufit.
Wako bura.
Wako bura wako gym.
Wako bura, when did you first visit gym ulienda mwisho lini?
Yeah, in the gym. I've never gone to gym. I mean, okay, I've seen a gym, but I've never Anyway, but there's some truth in that statement. It is true. Majority of goons who have been used in this country, majority, especially by the political class, if they are not lawyers, they are lawyers. That's a fact.
And Why is that? Why is that? Is just only them?
Uh, I don't know whether to say it's because they're easily available. I don't know. I don't know whether that would be right. I think the Luos and the lawyers have because I cannot really say that they've taken politics too much into their heart, because if I do so, then the question would be, why is it that they've never had the presidency, or why is it that they've never had the top political leadership? But I can just say that that is tough. I do not really have a good reason to say so, but I think I wouldn't say they're easily available. They've always wanted to to be there whenever there's political.
Unajua nini, Marco Bura ni watu ambao wanatembea
as we do manual work every day, so we don't need to go for gym. We are physically fit every day. Gym is gym is for the rich.
No.
The other day, let me tell you, the other day I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were in a bus actually from work in the evening. When we were going in the morning, we saw a number of people. We saw a number of people running, and of course in their outfits, these outfits for sport outfits. And then my friend was telling me that why is it that as we are waking up to to go board a bus heading to work, and some people in the morning are running. Then again in the evening when we were coming back, we saw them running again. And then he was telling me that, after running, they're going to gym. So, these things some of them are for the rich people. When you find yourself going to gym or running in the evening or morning, then you should know that you're starting to become moneyed. So anyway, so the issue of goons and
maybe
why
you can just
majority
go
of them
into
are
the
from
gym so
Nyanza.
that people would think you have money.
Maybe I should start doing so, but towards interest. Why would I waste my time running in the morning? No, me, I'm physically fit the way I am. No, I'm okay.
All right. Makubura, before you will hold for me briefly, and tomorrow I'm planning. I spoke to Mjuku. He promised to be here tomorrow from 8 to 9. Hopefully we'll make it. Majority of the time we've been having, like, if we tukimleta kunakuwa na ile shida ya those sides of his. Hopefully this time around we are not going to experience that. I also spoke to my good professor, Professor Ogola. Yeah, Professor also has promised when he gets time, he will be here with us. And also there's one guy who is running for Kisumu senatorial seat, a young person. Also, I spoke to him. He said that if he finds time, we can come and have an engagement with him. So hopefully, the only problem we have, we can talk like that and agree, but when the time comes, sometimes network and commitments, they fail to show up. But that one is a, I have, okay. Makubura, just hold for me briefly then.
Okay, thank you. Good idea is saying that I have to train even on holiday. I love running with weights in Kenya because of the landscape. Okay, that's nice. Then good year, if you're going by what I was saying, that gym and running are for the rich, then you could probably be among within that group. Anyway, that's just a joke. Good day is saying, Brother Benson, why are you bringing Mjuku when I'm on transit tomorrow? Okay, sorry. Actually, I'd also had a conversation with Kimbi Kimbi. We are hoping that he'll give us a chance. I'm just waiting for him to confirm. I don't know whether you know Kimbi Kimbi. Miguda, I'll give you a chance to just tuambie why there's this notion that most goons are from Nyanza and Western. Miguda.
You know, there's a problem. It's a big problem because politicians from those regions take advantage of the vulnerable in the society. Whenever any person has not had opportunity to further the studies, or even after furthering your studies, you have no opportunity to be employed or working, or you have not institute your self-employed job. Politicians will come to your region, recruit you, but also will find the people who are by his side. They usually target the young population who are energetic. So you'll find that in your circle, you are being sponsored. They pay for you gym for free. They pay for you food. They also had for you monthly salary. Like what I was saying, in some of the constituencies, you'll find that CDF money, there's 20 million allocated for ghost workers. These ghost workers are goons, whereby their work is very simple. Whenever Mheshimiwa is around, they must make sure that Mheshimiwa is safe. And so if someone has decided to give you a pay slip of 20K per month, you have just finished Form 4, like a ghost worker. You have 20K per month. Then you facilitate your gym, if I set your food, and also if I set your 528 per day. Who is not visionary, like someone who is in the village, you will be contented with the pace, you'll be contented with the facilitation, then also you will be like, you also create more people, you bring them into the team. That's why we end up with many goals, because it's a long term. That's why you find that some of the get re-elected, because provided they are elected, provided they are elected, if you are good to go, because you are living the village, and they are there. You know the Makobura. Those people. You know them. Me, I know them. I know a good number of them. They are not working. They are just they wake up in the morning. They dress up. They're clean, walking around, threatening people, intimidating people. They are defending their politicians all the time. That's the rules. Nowadays, some of them have hide in the motorbike industry, but a good number of them are not doing so. So I think that's why we end up with those goons. I don't know other regions. I only speak from the region where I'm very much conversant with, where I'm able to identify some of them. I know them. So if you find that in other regions, maybe people might be engaged into self-employment, people might engage into other ways. They believe that politicians will not save them. It is themselves. So they decide to do their small businesses. They have decided to engage other things, like the Kikuyu nation. Most of them engage into businesses. You'll find them, even the other people are hawkers, other people are doing other business, and also the fact that most of them have companies. They are privileges. They are going to employ other people who are energetic and young people. But other regions, they are being recruited to defend. And like I showed you, this issue of goonism, let us stop it, because if we start it, it won't end, because no one is entitled to goon. Anyone can recruit a goon, and there is no super goon. So the reason why most of them are coming from Nyanza and Western is what I've tried to explain to you. And if you go to Western, in Western, a good number of people in population. but they're unemployed. But if someone can facilitate you as a politician, you'll end up doing those things for them. So it's a matter of unemployment. It's a matter of people are not employed by the system, and there's no creation of job opportunities for the young people, mostly in those regions. That's why we end up with them. That's why I think they're being recruited. And let me tell you, there are some graduates who the JS teachers and other professions. You'll find them in the gym. If you work in the morning in the gym, during weekends, you find them in the gym working out. And within a milliseconds, you'll receive a phone call from Mheshimiwa PA asking them to attend a certain rally. Then I was asking them how much are going to be paid? 500 per day. And this is a teacher by profession. Visit those gyms in Nyanza in the morning, and you'll find them. You'll meet those goons training. So I think that's why Makuba, they are mostly centered in Nyanza. You know what I'm trying to explain here, because you are privy to be coming from that region, and also some of the guys you know very well are part of the city. And you know how those people are rough. You understand them. Once they have stick their mind to something, they have stick. So there's no way you can actually persuade them to stop what they're doing. Instead, they will turn against you. But that's not the case. So I think it's high time we create job for the young people. It's high time we stop using the young people as politicians. This one should go to the politicians to those regions. They're the people who are recruiting goons to defend them, their constituencies. And there's allocation from CDF. That's why when you touch CDF, they cannot allow you to be suspended by parliament, because CDF, they are doing a lot in CDF. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you. Good Day is saying, when I visit Nyanza, I must visit a gym. Okay. Thank you so much.
Tell Goodyear that not all gyms. Tell Goodyear that not all gyms. There are specific gyms where you can find them. Because like even me, I do workout. I do a lot of workout, but there are specific gyms for them. There are also specific gyms for non-goons. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And on the same, I don't know whether you saw Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know whether you've given your comments on what he spoke about today in a rally that he had in Murang, specifically on the goons, where he was saying that it is the police who have been masquerading as goons, of course, under the instruction of senior leaders within government, those who are opposing him. And again, he's saying that it's normally the police who are putting on like civilians and then moving around as a goon. I mean, to disrupt their movements. I don't know what you'll say about that. And also, I saw him saying that giving instruction that when the president gets to those areas of Mount Kenya, he should be allowed to speak. But the likes of Ishungwa and Wasaliti, as he calls them, should not be allowed to speak. Mr. Miguda, what are your views on that?
I can't hear you. Okay, I was not getting you, but now you are clear. What have you said about Gachagua? Okay, about Gachagua. Why are you not clear? About Gachagua, what I want to say is that I want to disagree with Gachagua because, like I've told you, their goons are in existence. We have civilian goons. So if Gachagua thinks that there are no civilian goons, then he should do a lot of intels, because we have goons who are renowned goons, and they are being facilitated by politicians. What the police is right now doing, police just covering them. They are being protected. That whenever they deal with anybody, the police will not arrest them. the police will not stop them. The police will facilitate the activities, will allow them to move from point A to point B, will also protect them, and they will do whatever, like what happened to Sotsi. They were facilitated. The police allowed them to move to Java, and from Java, they were never arrested. They were let free. So we have goons. We have civilian goons who are renowned. We have a good number of them, and they have their bases. They are playing draft. They are playing pool table. Not that everybody's playing pool table is a goon, but if you go to their bases, you find pool table cards, draft, and also smoking some cigar. So you understand that they should inquire, actually. The government should inquire. We have goons. They are, and even they call themselves goons, that I am a goon. And if they think they are not goons, let them wait for the future campaigns and rallies. You'll see them. And of course, we have attended these rallies. They are goons. If you try to mention a name of another politician, they will rough you up. So they are goons who are distinct from officers. Officers' work is just to facilitate the activities. So I think that one must be noted, and the government should act very swift to ensure that they eradicate the existence of goons. If you talk of Nyanza and Western, remember, Nyanza and Western are just places, but the people, or the lawyers and lawyers, they are all over. They are in Coast, they are in Nairobi. Wherever they are, they are still continuing the practice. Yeah, you know the goons in Nairobi. And so that is it, Makobura. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. Maybe before I let you go, there was Kalonzo was also having a meeting, of course, interacting with these people, and then while he was speaking with these people, there were a lot of people from young people, the Gen Zs, who came up and said that, started calling the name of Sifuna, that they should invite him to join the opposition. The Sifuna team. In just in your own ways, you can give us your take on that, and then your final remarks.
I've not heard you.
Does it mean that I do not, like, there's no sound coming from my side, or what is the problem? Kindly confirm.
There's a sound, but from my end, there's a problem. I had some issues.
So it is your side, not mine. Okay.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
my side. It is my side, not your side.
Okay, yeah, I've just said that if you can hear me, you can give us your view on the call by young people reminding Kalonzo Musyoka that he should engage the Linda Mwananchi team to join the opposition, of course, led by Edwin Sifuna. You can give us your view on that and the final remarks.
Of course, politics about interest. Joining who? Joining you, and under what interest? Are you going to support the Linda Wananchi, or the other way around? Linda Wananchi joining United Opposition, the United Opposition thriving with the popularity of Linda Wananchi. So Linda Wananchi should support United Opposition with their popularity, or they join United Opposition and they support Linda Wananchi. In my view, it is the opposition who should join Linda Wananchi. They should join and support the young people. Let the Kalonzo and factors join Linda Wananchi. They support the young people for the presidency and the deputy presidents, so that we can have youthful face, or not that the youth joining them to support them. They want to thrive on the youth's energy. Let them come and support the young people. Let them share their ambitions and sacrifice for the young people. That one, I'll support that one. It's not the other way around. If the other way around, then I'll be neutral. My last remarks, I want to appreciate you for coming to the show, and also appreciate Bro Benson for hosting us up to this time. Ms. Mom, Judith Carita, thank you for coming to the show and also contribute to the comment section. Our good friend Godia, thank you for showing up and also contribute to the comment section. Paul Kisianga, who I also appreciate you. And I'd just like to appeal to the state that they should ensure that they eradicate this goonism, because signs are there that we might end up with the chaotic and vicious elections in 2027 if you call it this way. Marco Bora, we'll meet tomorrow, catch up. Bye bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for, of course, finding time to give us your views, and not forgetting Brother Benson for also finding time to be with us. We really appreciate. The comment section led by Goodia, Judith, Paul, amongst others. I want to take this opportunity to say a big, big thank you. Everyone who joined, especially those, of course, who never commented but were watching, the likes of Florence, Mike, Starboy, and everyone. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you as well for finding time to be with us, and of course giving us your views. We really appreciate. Thank you so much, Goodia and Judith, for continuously engaging us at the comment section. We really appreciate. There was also Paulo, thank you so much for also continuously engaging us and of course giving us your views. There was Jared Odago. Thank you so much, Jared, as well, for your views and of course finding time to be with us. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate your time and of course being with us tonight. And Goody is saying thank you. We are also saying thank you so much. We appreciate your time and of course being there with us. I just want to now take this opportunity to wish you all I want to take this opportunity to wish you all, of course, a blessed night and to thank everyone who joined us. I want to wish you a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening, and of course, a blessed night from wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. May God bless you. Thank you so much, the comment section, for your time. See you again tomorrow.